Furthermore.
Miss Burden hasn't.
Oh, I haven't my book.
I have.
You going to punt?
No fear.
How can I read?
If I might hold the book.
I'll choose the grind. This one. Let's see if you can see it from back there.
See it? It's etched on my heart. My lady seems of ivory. Forehead, nose, and cheeks that be hollowed a little mournfully. Beata mea domina. Not greatly long, my lady's hair, nor yet with yellow colour fair, but thick and crisped wonderfully.
Beata mea domina.
Beneath her brows, the lids fall low. The lashes a clear shadow throw, where I would wish my lips to be.
Beata mea domina.
Her great eyes, standing far apart, draw up some memory from her heart and gaze out mournfully.
Beata mea domina.
So beautiful and kind they are, but most times gazing out afar, waiting for something, not for me. Beata mea domina.
Hello. You're new and beautiful. Let me show you around. All these frescoes illustrate medieval romances. Mr. Rossetti up there, he's painting the Lady Guinevere, a wan, libidinous whore who left her husband, King Arthur, for Sir Lancelot. While over there, Topsy Morris is painting a white-hot adulteress called Iseult, who left her husband, King Mark, for Tristram. And inspired by these promiscuous, legendary stories, over there, Ned Jones introduces an appropriate Cupid.
I'm Miss Sybil. And what brings you here?
I knew you'd come back to me.
Morris to Burden, spliced. Burne-Jones to MacDonald, spliced. Rossetti to Sybil, spliced.
It's 10 years since we met.
So it is, my dear.
All such things touch secret strings for heavy hearts to hear.
So it is, my dear.
You're still the only one.
Very like indeed.
Sea and sky afar on high, sand and strewn seaweed.
Very like indeed.
But the seas stand spread as one wall with flat skies, where the lean black craft like flies seem well nigh stagnated, soon to drop off dead. Seemed it so to us, when I was thine and thou wast mine, and all these things were thus, but all our world in us. Could we be so now? Not if all beneath heaven's pall lay dead, but I and thou. Could we be so now? And we conclude like this. These artists, having for many years been deeply attached to the study of the decorative arts of all times and countries, have felt more than most people the want of some one place where they could either obtain or get produced works of a genuine and beautiful character. They have therefore now established themselves as a firm for the production by themselves and under their supervision of 1. Mural decorations, either in pictures or in pattern work, or merely in the arrangements of colors as applied to dwelling houses, churches, or public...
Christina's written us a toast in verse, which she's going to read us. Now, Christina, let's have it.
The two Rossettis, brothers they, and Holman Hunt and John Millay, 10 years ago this very night, a very solemn cause did plight, to make the name Pre-Raphaelite synonymous with life and art, amalgam of both mind and heart.
Oh, bravo!
As far as decline to dying embers, the PRB soon lost its members.
Oh, dear God!
But from the ash a phoenix flies. Pre-Raphaelites once more arise. Full-fledged the art I eulogize. Toast this man of greater promise, Ned Burne-Jones and William Morris.
I give you the firm.
The firm.
The firm.
Move through that! I'll chuck the fella out of the window. I've broken my wing. Oh.
You're the hairiest Phoenix I know.
Oh, come on! Stop it!
It's a pity you lost your baby, my dear. Don't fret too much. I'm sure that you and Gabriel will have many more.
As when desire, long, darkling dawns, and first the mother looks upon a newborn child, even so my lady stood at gaze and smiled when her soul knew at length the love it nursed. Born with her life, creature of poignant thirst and exquisite hunger, at her heart love lay quickening in darkness, till a voice that day cried on him, and the bonds of birth were burst.
Now put that in rhyme.
When a poet eats pasta and gobbles it faster than we who are sharing the platter, then the breath that he held is obscenely expelled in a mouthful of gaseous matter.
You're so much better than Guppy. What a gut stuffer. Shall I tell you a secret?
If you want to.
Guppy's going to be a daddy.
Does it mean that you're going to be a mummy?
You're so clever, Algie. God could never guess a thing like that.
Lizzie, you always know how this ends up.
Leave me alone.
Look, I'm sorry. She's not very well. She took a pick-me-up before we left home.
He knows all about Lizzie's little black bottle.
Look, Lizzie, you're obviously not hungry. I'll take you home.
Not home. No, don't take me home.
We return home via Cranbourne Alley, haunt of those in search of pleasure and hats. For this is where Lizzie worked 12 years ago, before the hysteria and her addiction to laudanum.
Leave me alone! We come here so I can be reminded of what he saved me from. Such a short step from shop to street. Ain't it, Mr. Rossetti? Give you a good time, Guppy. You knows you likes it. Especially with the married ones.
Lizzie, for God's sake.
What are you doing?
I'm writing poetry.
A sonnet for the black-haired bitch. Give me a pencil. Put it on the table. Now I'll have my laudanum.
Lizzie, you can't go on.
Don't nag. Give it to me.
Tonight's the night I teach the working men, so if you don't mind, I'd like to go.
You'll go whether I like it or not.
Well then, as you don't mind, I think I will go. I won't be long.
Leave the door open.
How's your poem going?
I'll finish it tonight. Gug, don't leave me! Don't go! Don't go! Don't leave me! Don't go!
gazing upwards to the sun. Lord, Lord, remembering my lost one. Oh, Lord, remember me. How is it in the unknown land? Do the dead wander hand in hand? Do we clasp dead hands and quiver with an endless joy forever? Is the air filled with the sound of spirits circling round and round? Are the lakes of endless song to rest our tired eyes upon? Do tall white angels gaze and wend along the banks where lilies bend? Lord, we know not how this may be. Good Lord, we put our faith in Thee. Oh, God, remember me.
Don't do it, Gabriel. No good can come from it.
I gave her little enough when she was alive. She shall have something of me.
Your poems.
My heart.
Pestilence kindled and rallied, most barren, perverse, and obscene. Things monstrous are thine, O my pallid and poisonous queen.
Take a look at this, dear.
Yeah.
Hey, darling, do you fancy Billy Other tonight?
Go away.
Of all London night haunts, the Grand Turkish Rooms are those most favoured by Rossetti's creature, Charles Augustus Howell. This toady profits Rossetti by flogging his paintings at inflated prices. He sees a profit to himself in egging on Rossetti to publish his poems, although most of them rot in a coffin that has lain in Highgate Cemetery these 7 years. Rossetti is sodden with insomnia, whiskey, and a new drug, chloral. With only Janie Morris to dream about and whores to confide in, he gropes for courage to desecrate his wife's grave.
seen enough. Put it away, don't you?
What are you after?
Same as per usual. Well, if you must know, the Armadillo's arrived.
You got tin for that?
I blew it on your booze, didn't I?
Liar! Where money's concerned, you're as bottomless as the pit.
My bottom's all right, thank you very much. I'll tell him the usual. You pay later. Gabriel,
Yes.
when you gonna finish me picture?
When I feel like it.
Good. You never feels like anything these days. Just put the armadillo in the garden with the rest of them. By the way, the owl's outside. What's the matter with you? You're jumpy as a bag of fleas.
What's he want? I don't want him in here. Morning, back again.
Bring that order in here and I'll leave. You give me the creeps. You and that bleeding boozer Swinburne.
How'd it go?
Smoothly. I took him out myself. It's a ghastly business. I should never have let you persuade me. You wanted him.
I need them.
Then take them. They'll sell like hotcakes.
They're poems! Not pastries. I suppose you'll blab to all and sundry.
Me? I'm as discreet as the grave.
No, I've changed my mind.
This is her picture as she was. It seems a thing to wonder on, as though mine image in the glass should tarry when myself am gone. I gaze until she seems to stir, until mine eyes almost aver that now, even now, the sweet lips part to breathe the words of the sweet heart, and yet the earth is over her. Alas, even such the thin drawn ray that makes the prison depths more rude, the drip of water night and day, giving tongue to solitude. Yet this, of all love's perfect prize, remains, save what in mournful guise takes counsel with my soul alone, save what is secret and unknown, below the earth, above the skies. Here, with her face, doth memory sit meanwhile, and wait the day's decline, till other eyes shall look from it, eyes of the spirit's Palestine, even than the old gaze tenderer, while hopes and aims, long lost with her, stand round her image side by side, like tombs of pilgrims that have died about the Holy Sepulchre.
Like to come and keep me company, Gov? It ain't far.
Don't die! You shan't get away from me! I'll get ya!
Tempted as he was, Rossetti's plunge into suicide was not by drowning. He chose the drug used by his wife, laudanum. As always, his ex-mistress and present housekeeper, Fanny the faithful elephant, is there to help him back, a little paralyzed, into the gloom of his Chelsea house.
You're a bleeding sly one, ain't you? Hey?
Go away.
You're a visitor. Huh. Well, if that's your attitude...
Go away!
He don't want to see you. Gabriel. Don't mind little old me. You carry on, girl. I'm just part of the furniture. Well, here's something you don't know. He tried to kill himself, he did. And it was me what saved his life. Me. Nursed him, I did.
Go away, you bitch.
I will. She can have you. Look at you. You can hardly walk. You can hardly see. A blind cripple. Well, she's bleeding welcome to you. Good, I really step out of the way. I'll show you what you'd have to bloody friend to you all. Come over to that. See how you like that. I'm fed up with bloody waiting on your hand foot finger. Just fed up with it,
It's arranged. We found a place near Oxford. It's ready and waiting for you.
Waiting? For me?
But a web of gold is before her, and therein by her shuttle wrought the early days of the Volsungs, and the war by the sea's rim fought, and the crowned queen over Sigmund, and the helper's pillared hall, and the golden babe uplifted to the eyes of duke and thrall. And there was the slender stripling by the knees of the dwarf folk's lord, and the gift of the ancient grip-ear, and the forging of the sword. And there were the coils of Fafnir, and the hooded threat of death, and the king by the cooking fire, and the fowl of the glittering heath. And there was the headless kingsmith, and the golden halls of the worm, and the laden Greyfell faring through the land of perished storms. And there was the head of Hinfell, and the flames to the sky floor driven. And there was the glittering Shieldburg, and the fallow bondage riven. And there was the wakening woman, and the golden Volsung done. And they twain all the earthly kingdoms in the lonely evening sun.
Changed your mind about sharing with us?
No, why should I?
Because you're the most changeable fellow I know.
I shall like it here, Tom. Lacking in comforts though it is.
Oh, comforts. There's nothing less important.
Iceland?
It's beyond me. You translate from the Italian and remain indifferent to Italy. Damn it, you've never been there. Do you think I can translate their Icelandic sagas and remain indifferent to Iceland? These Icelandic sagas say it all, and all within the compass of a few hundred words. Unlike Dante.
And unlike Dante without poetry.
That's the reason. And no other. Why I've decided to take a trip there. I shan't be taking her. It's no place for a woman.
Of heaven or hell, I have no power to sing. I cannot ease the burden of your fears, or make quick-coming death a little thing, or bring again the pleasure of past years.
Don't object to him sharing.
It's a bit late now.
This hour be her sweet body all my song. Now the same heartbeat blends her gaze with mine. One parted fire, love's silent countersign. Her arms lie wide open, throbbing with their throng of confluent pulses, bare, and fair and strong, and her deep-freighted lips expect me now, amidst the clustering hair that shrines her brow, 5 kisses broad, her neck 10 kisses long.
And on his heart the weight of woe so pressed that he his wretched head could never hide, but needs must wander forth until he died. Ah, God, more full of horror seemed that place than the world's curious eyes upon his face. For there he seemed to sleep that he might dream, the worst of dreams, he seemed to be awake, that through them all might pierce no hopeful gleam, that he the fearful chain might never break, and shameful images his eyes must make, that shuddering he must call by his love's name, and on his lips must gather words of shame.
And yet, indeed, if I must live alone, if fellowship be but an empty dream, is there not left a world that is mine own? Am I not real, if all else doth but seem?
Yea, rather with what wealth the world doth teem, when we are once content from us to cast the dreadful future and remorseful past.
Jenny, May, and Janie Morris give Gabriel the inspiration for new sonnets. Morris can sweat it out in Iceland. Fanny can peddle his paintings. A critic, anonymous, can attack his newly published poems. For these clouds beyond the clear skies of his earthly paradise, Gabriel gives not a damn. He savors only the joys, the innocence, and the bliss of happy family life.
Please be my daddy.
Can Mr. Rossetti adopt me too, please, Mummy?
Sometimes she is a child within mine arms, cowering beneath dark wings that love must chase, with still tears showering and averted face, inexplicably filled with faint alarms. And oft from mine own spirit's hurtling harms I crave the refuge of her deep embrace, against all ills the fortified strong place, and sweet reserve of sovereign counter-charms.
Would you like a child of your own?
No.
Suppose you had no choice.
Do you see me as a father?
No.
Don't leave me! Don't leave me! Don't leave me!
What of her glass without her? The blank grey there where the pool is blind of the moon's face. Her dress without her. The tossed empty space of cloud rack whence the moon has passed away. Her paths without her. Day's appointed sway usurped by desolate night. Her pillowed place without her. Tears are me for love's good grace and cold forgetfulness of night or day.
Janie has left him. His mind has become clouded with chloral. He hears and sees the dead. They wait on him, accusing, condemning, as he accuses and condemns himself endlessly.
The lost days of my life, until today, what were they? Could I see them on the street lie as they fell? Would they be ears of wheat sown once for food, but trodden into clay? Or golden coins squandered and still to pay? Or drops of blood dabbling the guilty feet? Or
such spilt water as in dreams must cheat the throats of men in hell who thirst away. I do not see them here, but after death, God knows, I know the faces I shall see. Each one a murdered self with a low last breath. I am myself. What hast thou done to me? And I thyself, lo, each one saith. And thou thyself to all eternity.
Dear one, we were young so long, it seemed that youth would never go. For skies and trees were ever in song, and water in singing flow, in the days we never again shall know. Alas, so long.
Ah, then was it all spring weather?
Nay, but we were young, and together. Ah, dear one, I've been old so long. It seems that age is loath to part, though days and years have never a song. And oh, have they still the art that warmed the pulses of heart to heart? Alas, so long.
Ah, then was it all spring weather?
Nay, but we were young, and together. Ah, dear one, you've been dead so long. How long until we meet again? Where hours may never lose their song, nor flowers forget the rain, in glad moonlight that never shall wane. Alas, so long.
Ah, shall it be then spring weather? And shall we be young together?
Too late, old man. You had your chance. So, till chloral kills you, console yourself with your bottle and your muse.
Hi.